take your health seriously. If you've noticed tremors, stiffness, or slower movement, don't ignore it. Parkinson's disease affects men more often, and early detection can make all the difference. This spring, take control. Get answers, take action. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they're helping you spring back into health with advanced technology and compassionate care. Because your health isn't something to put off. Advanced Medical Imaging. Your diagnosis, their priority.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
MMA is back this Saturday with VFL 6 spring session at the Complex. Lincoln's best amateur and professional MMA fighters will display their best performances, headlined by a welterweight bout between Trayson Havel and Ezra Dozier. Get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can also get pay-per-view streaming. Enjoy the atmosphere and festivities, which are second to none. Doors open at 6 p.m. and first bout is at 7 p.m. this Saturday, April 4th for VFL 6 at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
It's the first Friday of the month, which means it's time for Culture and Coffee. Kick it off with Mike Smith, founder of The Bay, as he brings the streets to the studio. From vintage wear and skateboarding with the Bowie Boys to sports with local student athletes. From entrepreneurship with local business leaders to pop culture with local influencers. Join Mike Smith and his guests to hear what's happening across Lincoln. This is Culture and Coffee on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Mike Smith.
What up, Capital City? It's First Friday. You know what that means. Downtown Lincoln is popping off. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Smith, your host. I've got an awesome lineup of folks going to come to the studio tonight. There's going to be a lot of conversations about why we love this town, why we're so proud to be from here. But before I get started with any of that, shout out Coach Hoiberg. Have you talked about it all day?
Pretty much.
I wondered. Coach of the year, what a cool thing. Feels great. We all knew it.
It was coming.
Yeah, it had to. If it didn't, we would be chip on our shoulder.
Up in arms.
Yes, we would have rioted. It was exactly how it would have went down. Excited to be back. It's going to be a fun one tonight. So I've got 2 guests in this first segment that are both from Louisiana. And I'm excited that they're a part of our community. Tonight is actually their last night in town. And it's a shame that we're losing them, but we had them for a long run. But I don't want to take up time. I want you to hear it from them. But one of the teasers is one of the coolest things. So you're from Louisiana, both have great jobs, but one of you goes on to be the head varsity coach at Lincoln Northwest, the Falcons. Historic, award-winning, record-breaking coach. We're excited to have you in the studio. Haley, hop up to the microphone. Pull that mic right up. Yeah, you got to talk into that. All the way. Yeah, get right up to it. Yeah, step up to that mic all the way.
Awesome.
Will you just share with people how you ended up from Louisville, Raging Cajuns, Louisville? You're not in the Lafayette, but grew up in New Orleans.
Yes.
Lafayette was where you went to college.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you were a Raging Cajun. Explain how you went from that to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah. Well, first off, Kayleen got a cool opportunity to move here with Mike.
More on that.
I'm
later.
sure about to say, yeah, that's a teaser. That's a teaser for you as well.
Segment.
Nice.
Yeah. And so after undergrad, decided, why not come up to Lincoln, Nebraska? Got to visit here. Yeah. For love. No job, only on vibes. Just on vibes.
Yep.
But yeah, really cool opportunity just to live somewhere else that I was really excited for. The snow was something that was new. Got to see snow for the first time. COVID hit, which was crazy. Fast forward a few years, got a really cool job at Company Cam, cool opportunity there. And then, Lincoln Northwest girls basketball Falcons kind of fell in my lap a little bit.
So explain this quickly, because it didn't just sort of fall into your lap. It was one of those, it feels like a movie plot. Like, explain how it actually happened.
Yeah. So, one of my really good friends, old coworker, Cliff Carlson, came to work one day. And he was like, "Hey, I remember one time you were talking about wanting to be a basketball coach one day. And you haven't had that opportunity yet. My kid," so he has a child who goes to Northwest, came home the other day and said that the girls basketball program won't be able to happen because they weren't able to find a coach. New program, school has been open now for about 4 years. So, lots of students with really great potential, but nobody really wanting to take that shot and give them that chance there. So he was like, "I'm going to get you in touch with the AD. She's great. And we'll see if it works out for you." So it was 8-day process. I called her. I was like, "I'm interested in this." She was like, "Oh my gosh, let's try to get on a call." Had an interview. I think they called me back 15 minutes after and was like, "Do you want the job?" And I was like, "Whoa, I didn't think that was going to happen."
Like an immediate yes.
Yeah.
Movie plot, right? It's the brand new school. They're only 2 years old. No one wants to take the job. You step in.
Yeah.
You're not from here.
Yeah. That was a whole thing too. Cause, not being from here, and I'm sure a lot of people listening know Lincoln public schools, you have Northwest, Southwest, East. They're all just different directions. So I didn't even know where I was going to be coaching at. I remember looking it up on my phone, seeing how far it was from our apartment to be like, okay, I can get there in 7 minutes. I have to move my work schedule a little bit, but this will be a really cool opportunity, to help out the community. So yeah, it was insane. I really feel like I was just kind of jumping in.
Why'd you initially say yes? What drew you to say yes? Because you both you live downtown. You've got this cool social life. You're super connected to your community at Company Cam. I've seen that firsthand. Shout out. We had Luke Hansen on the show. Awesome to have him in. He's built an incredible company here. We love Luke. We like you more. But why initially hop in and say, "Yep, I'm going to do it"?
Yeah. I think one of the reasons that I knew I wanted to coach sometime in my life, whenever I was able to do that, was for thinking about how much my coaches did for me in high school. And giving that outlet, that opportunity. And honestly, I talked to a few people of just "Hey, tell me about Northwest," or what that school is like. And they were like, it's new, and it's not in the most high end part of town. And it's really gonna be a really cool opportunity and feel like you're giving back. And I do feel coming to Lincoln, I knew our time was going to come to the end eventually. And I was like, I think this is a really cool way that I'll be able to give back to the community, do something I really care about. And yeah, that's absolutely what happened.
And you remember your coaches forever, good or bad, right? The experience sticks with you forever. And I watched. So you coached 2 seasons, right?
did.
And I got to see this whole thing play out. And so, it really felt like season 1 was kind of like Bad News Bears vibes, right? Like we were showing up. I don't believe they'd only won a game in school history, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like 1 or 2.
And they'd
Yeah,
never won
maybe.
at home.
Yes,
Right. So they've only won a
yeah.
couple games, never at home. The team was super young. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So explain maybe that first season transition to second season. Just kind of walk people through that, because it was really incredible to see
Yeah.
what happened and just the growth with the girls in the school. But like, explain it.
Yeah, absolutely. I always would walk in the gym when I first started, of just saying like, "Hey, thank you y'all for the opportunity for letting me coach you," because I think there's an outlook, like there's an angle there of, yes, these girls are very thankful maybe that like I came in, was able to like give them that season and help that, but I was like, I'm really thankful for that I'm able to come do this. So I don't know. I mean, I was walking in the gym every day with my volunteer coach Cliff, my assistant coach, Coach Tolbert, and our freshman coach, Coach BB. And we were just like, this is a really cool, we get to do this every day. And that was amazing. Like, no matter what day you're having, like at work or at home or whatever's going on in the world, like we would always like be able to walk in the gym and be like, this is cool. Like, we are able to give back. And so I think that was like the biggest thing. One that like kept me going, that kept being like, honestly, I knew from the beginning, that's right. Like, everyone's not like, hey, come work at this school. No one wants to, because y'all are going to win every single game.
Right.
I did not take the job for coaching. I always tell people, like, if you're going to play sports, participate in sports, watch sports, and it's because you want to win every single time, you're probably like in the wrong hobby, interested in the wrong things. That's not what's going to happen. So it was more for me and for us and the culture that I feel like I started to build there when I went 2 years ago, of like, we are here for more than just wins. And that's how I felt like. I feel like basketball and sports in high school really shaped me to be into the person I am today. And that was more what I was trying to bring to the program, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up listening to you talk about this again.
Well, it was very cool. So that first season was tough because we were unsuccessful in the win column. Should we
Right,
say
for sure.
that for the season. And
Yeah.
so there's a lot of lessons that come from not winning a game.
Mhm.
But then you had to come back. And I know that this second year was a whole different perspective, a whole different game. One thing I will say is, if you ever got to watch Haley coach, best business suits, pants, best outfit on this. I mean, you had an inspiration, obviously, being from the South. So
Yes.
you got the ultimate inspo down at LSU.
Yeah, I do love me some Coach Kim Mulkey. So
there was
I
some
wasn't as crazy as her, but you know, one day it's
with like full purple suits. It was great. The vibes were great. But so season 2 starts, and all of a sudden there's this crop of, and the thing about Northwest is that part of town's really just growing.
Mhm.
It's the
Yeah,
kids are
absolutely.
young. It's a new part. Like
Yeah.
they don't have history. You know, there's not a lot of, the trees are like brand new. You know,
Oh,
like it's
yes.
all pretty brand new out there. But talk about season 2.
Yeah, season 2 is an interesting one. First of all, the season ended. Season 1 ended. I had to make the decision to come back or not. Almost immediately. I think I was like a month and a half in the season, because when I got hired, I was interim role. Right, I had 8 days. They kind of threw me in there. We're gonna see how I was going. And a month and a half, they were like, "This is great. We love your vibe. Do you want to come back? Give me a second. Let me see if this is what we need to be doing." Kayleen and I we're thinking about, when are we going to move? What does that look like? And I remember the season ending, crying, vibes are high. You know, ending a basketball season or any season at that with 0 wins, but still feeling like, wow, that was like really successful in some way. I think like shows a lot for like what I was trying to build there. And I remember coming home to Kayleen and being like, okay, I'm going to give myself like a month or 2, and then I'll come back and kind of decide if we're going to do this thing again. And then I was like, you know what? I for sure need to do it one more time.
Yep.
You know, I knew we had a lot of freshmen that were about to come that were really interested in Northwest. I feel like I had one more season at least left in me. So it was kind of like, why not? Let's do this. And then we actually got to have summer games because when I accepted the job the first year, again, I only had 8 days before the first like kickoff of practice. So like no prep. Walked in straight. It was like, hey, do we have a plays? What's up, girls?
Yep.
We were going off straight vibes. Second year, I was able to like have summer practices and open gyms and stuff like that. So getting to know the students before season even started. So we were able to like go out on a high with my 16 freshmen that we started with. So yeah, start of season 2 was like, this is amazing. Like our basketball IQ was higher. We had a lot of care there. We kind of already had bought into that culture. So yeah.
I love it. And so I was there for the historic first home win, which was great. It was, it felt very much like that part of the movie that you're like hoping for. You know what I mean? It was like your Emilio Estevez and Mighty Ducks moment where you win the game and the thing happens. But it was very cool to see that happen. And the job popped back open and they had a record. They had like 15 people apply.
Yeah. So unfortunately, like Mike said at the beginning, we are heading back down to New Orleans, be with family, bought a house, new adventure. This Lincoln was one adventure. Now we're off to the next. But yeah, I am really excited to see what happens with the Northwest program. They should be hiring someone here in the next few months. And I am looking forward to coming back down for a game, supporting the girls, supporting the program. Always will be a Falcon somewhere.
Always.
Here, so.
Oh, I don't know if that's a Falcon.
It was that was great. Great.
I like
Yes.
that. I like that.
So you and we'll get to kind of some of this both, but you said yesterday you'd only ever taken 2 Ubers in Lincoln because you guys live down in the Haymarket.
Yes.
And you are very much a part of the downtown community and down here. You've been down here a lot. You spent a lot of your time these last 6 years down here. Will you just give us a few of your, like, what are your favorite spots? What are you going to miss the most? What are you taking back to Lincoln? You gave so much here. You're going to be a legend forever out here, but what are you taking back with you?
Yeah. So we do live in the Haymarket where we've been for the last 6 years. Favorite spots, good call out.
The oven.
The oven. We like to get our shakunin on. The ramen at shakunin. I recommend everyone needs to go and get that. Shout out the mill. Lots of work meetings at the mill. Lots and lots of coffee and caffeine. Yeah, holding
As we're here at the mill.
At the mill, also sponsor the show. Thank you, Mill. Cheers to the
Yes.
mill.
All mills. All
Hey.
Shout out. Yeah, but just love being.
Runza.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
That's not downtown, I guess.
No, but Runza Ranch. We'll miss that. We've been trying to like find all of our favorite spots. We don't have Pickleman's down in the South. That's a favorite of ours. Like I know that's not like a Lincoln thing, but it's on O.
When we moved here, we went to the tourism building, and we got a map of the Haymarket and we put it on our fridge. And every time we went somewhere, we highlighted and crossed it off.
Wow.
So we almost hit. I think we hit every
We've
restaurant.
gone to every restaurant, bar, and hangout spot in the Haymarket.
Yeah.
We can say that we have.
Wow.
True.
And that's
Yeah.
more than most of us. That's more. I know I can't say that.
Yeah.
I absolutely can't say that. Well, it's I can say absolutely. I saw firsthand the impact you made on the community, the work you're still doing at Company Cam. You'll still be here. We know you'll still be hanging out. You're coming around. It's not like this is the end for you. You'll still be working at Company Cam. So that's great. We didn't lose you forever, but I just want to say and give you a proper thank you. I know you've had a lot, but the impact you made on a lot of these girls' lives is going to stick with them forever, and they're going to forever remember that. And so you're always going to get to call yourself coach.
I
which
know
is cool.
that is
It's
a fun.
very
It is
cool.
a fun little part.
It is.
Huh?
It is. It's a title that you can wear proudly, and you know that. Not a lot of people get to be a varsity basketball coach, but you get to say you did.
As
that.
your first time being a coach.
Yeah. It was a crazy opportunity. Had to jump in. Yeah, absolutely.
It's absolutely. It's very cool. What was kind of the last sort of lesson you got to leave your team with and the girls as you were parting? That's also a difficult thing that coaches go through, sort of the goodbye.
Yeah. I think we had our like end of year banquet, right? And our parents did a wonderful job putting together like videos and food and such good vibes. It was amazing. Lots of tears, but I think my biggest thing that I kind of wanted all of them to always remember was just keep being you. They also did a cute little thing at the end of the banquet of like what we like hear from Coach Haley, and they did it with all of us coaches. And one of the biggest things that they said that they heard the most from me, or what they got from me, was positivity, and like always coming in with a positive attitude no matter what else is going on, because like we're here to be a team in the gym and lead with good vibes, the right intentions, and that's what sports are all about, in my opinion. Is just like we're here to have a lot of fun and be a community there. So
absolutely. And I can say that there was no egos on that team.
Yeah.
It felt like that watching you all play. Like everybody was really rooting for each other, and it was like everyone was willing to dive on the floor. Everybody was willing to pass the ball. Like it was cool to see just like how much they all cared.
Yeah.
It was a very, very cool thing.
Yeah.
What you're going to have to also now defend. Oh, I lived in Nebraska, and people are going to be like, why? And for so long, right?
We've been defending that
Totally,
one.
totally. So give us your, what are you going to tell folks about Nebraska as you're out there defending this when you're back home?
Oof. Because usually the way it goes is I'm like, I do hate the cold. So like I will give them that one.
We all do.
But other than that, I'm like, the people are really cool and there's more there than corn. I promise. And you know, specifically from being from the South, we're like, they do football pretty crazy up here too. So we, you know, that people love hearing about the College World Series. So I'm always like, we have the College World Series up here too. That got some people up here. But honestly, just the people. Like we have had such a wonderful time feeling like we actually made this place a home away from home. And it truly is amazing, right? Move across the country and meet so many different people we're from a completely different walk of life, right? Lots of people that are in Nebraska are from Nebraska. You don't really meet a lot of people who are from other parts of the country or other parts of the world.
Right.
And so it, you know, 95% of the people you're meeting, they're from here. And I'm like, these are great people. Like, right. That's why we've been here for so long. We wouldn't have stayed here for 6, almost 7 years if that was the case. So
Absolutely. Well, we know we're going to miss you. We know that we love having you, and it's been an incredible thing. And so thanks for coaching our girls and giving our girls a chance to have a team. It's
Absolutely.
a very, very cool thing.
Yeah,
it's a very cool thing. We're going to take a break. After break, we're going to get to hear Kayleen's story about how she ended up at the infamous Bay. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith. We'll be right back.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers and patchy fog. Otherwise, mainly cloudy and breezy. The high around 57. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, continued breeze, low around 31. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return. Be breezy with the high near 53. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys is back this Friday, April 3rd, featuring members from UNL's Theta Chi fraternity to discuss their Car Smash philanthropy. Stop by this Friday between 5 and 8 p.m. as we turn the ticket into a skate park. That's right, a skate park, and also highlight the Car Smash philanthropy with Theta Chi. Again, that's 5 to 8 p.m. this Friday, April 3rd, for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a Vintage Market Plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you won't want to miss, sponsored by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
Seems like just the other day I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Time for another sip of Culture and Coffee on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Mike Smith Live.
Welcome back. It's a spring day here. It's an April day. We've had a kind of like a fall summer a couple times here. But thanks for tuning in. This is Culture and Coffee. We got a fun show tonight. We have the Northwest varsity girls basketball coach, Haley Gonzalez, tell us her story. But that all started because of you, my friend Kayleen. So if you know me, you know I talk about the Bay. It's like those two things. It's hard for me to talk about anything else besides that. But the Bay is the incredible people who work there, and there have been many incredible people who've had the opportunity to work there. And Kayleen, you are someone who has made a massive impact on our community, not just through the Bay, but through so many other ways. But it's such an awesome story of how did this girl from Lottie in Louisiana end up a Raging Cajun, then end up all the way here in Nebraska for so long. And so will you please just sort of tune us into your Nebraska journey?
Okay, so in 2015...
That's a decade ago. Over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 2015, you came to speak at a summer camp that we were putting on. And I was up there.
This was a college summer camp.
Yes, this is college summer camp.
Middle school.
Yeah, no,
this
was college summer camp. I was behind this DJ booth playing music on YouTube on one tab and then iTunes in the other tab. And I would fade down one and fade up the other. and the place was rocking.
Yep.
And
Yep. I'd never actually seen anything like it. And I want to say, we talk about different cultures. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Nebraskans don't like dancing isn't like our thing. You go to Playmore on the right night, you're going to catch something, and you've seen it. You know.
We did.
If you know,
we went,
you know.
We went.
It's wonderful, right?
Shout
But
out Playmore.
that's when you catch. That's when like the Midwest can move. You know what I mean? What I saw in Louisiana, I had never seen before, and I've been everywhere. And I saw the way that everyone was dancing and the music and the culture, and I was like, "This is a special, different thing." I'd never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Truly hadn't. And I know it wasn't just Soul Camp. I know that's kind of like the South. And I feel like it was one of those things where I got welcomed into something that you don't always get to see.
Mhm.
And it felt like very much getting invited to a party that you didn't know was even going to go down. But it was chaos in the best way. But keep going.
It was a magical place, and it's really hard. It's like when you go to something and when people go to music festivals and you try to capture that energy or that magic in the air. It's hard to recreate that sometimes. So and Mike came and hung out with me and was watching it all happen. And you said, give me some music when I leave. I'm going to be playing some music at these other things I'm speaking at. So I made a Dropbox link, I think, with a bunch of songs that said Kayleen's music.
Kayleen's playlist. Yeah.
He's like, I remember.
Oh, I played it every day for like a year. I went to Kayleen's playlist play. Kids went nuts. Like I watched it happen. I was like, not like I don't know these songs.
Yeah.
I didn't know the music, so I just hit play on her playlist. Kids went nuts.
And so, and then we just kept in touch. I think it was like one of those when you meet somebody and it's vroom.
Yep.
And then you came back the next year, and then I think at that point I had a little controller maybe, and so I had leveled up from tabs to actually a DJ controller, and then we were still goofing around, and then
You updated the playlist.
yes, update the
Playlist
playlist.
got an
Yeah,
update?
yeah, new songs came
Yep.
out, and so then I graduated. You came back.
I came back the third year, and you had graduated, and I went to this camp, and the experience was like, not that it was a dud, because the camp itself is wonderful, but the part where Kayleen's magic happened was completely just didn't even exist. It was like it just didn't happen, and I was like, whoa, she changed the whole thing. Like her presence changed the whole experience in a way that like I thought it was the music, and then I realized it was you, because they had the same playlist. It wasn't like they couldn't do the same thing, and I was like, no, it's actually Kayleen's energy. And so I was like, that's what was missing, and I knew it.
Yeah. And you called me and you're like, what are you doing? Like, I graduated school and I'm working a sales job. I'm trying to figure out what's next. And so Mike hit up Haley and said, hey, I think I want Kayleen to come with me on tour. Do you think she'll be into that? And what'd you say?
I think I
Hell
said,
yeah.
I think I said she absolutely would be into that. How long you talking?
Yeah, and the thing about this was back when I was speaking a lot and I was on the road.
Yeah.
I was living in a tour bus,
Mhm.
and this was an 8-month long, an entire school year. We're talking like August to May, a whole school year, but it was the whole country, and it was pretty much every day is what it was. And so this was like you're going to live in this moving home. It was truly a tour bus, which was really cool. But anyway, so tell the story. Keep going.
So then I think we got coffee and you kind of said, this is the deal. Do you want to come and play music? Maybe there'll be some other stuff you need to do. And I was like, oh, sure. I would love to play music. That's the dream. And it's funny because I actually made a joke when I graduated. If you go lurk on my Instagram enough, you'll see it says, I have a picture of me with my DJ controller, my cap and gown from college. And it says, now that I finally graduated, I can finally do something serious with my life and DJ or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, focus on my DJ career.
Yeah. Something after I just got my business degree. I was just goofing around. And but I made like a couple like Instagram posts about me DJing, and Mike was like, you still doing that? Let's go. And it ended up, I jumped on the bus and I saw 47 states in 8 months. And I lived in a bunk bed. I had little lights on it and pictures and stuff. And it was wild. And I didn't just play music, which was, I don't know. See, I was 22, shows how small my brain was at the time, that I really thought I was just going to go and play music and hang out and it'd be fine. I was like, Mike said, we have to set up this LED screen. You got to set up all the sound and all this other stuff. And
Pretty much anything that had a cable was going to be your responsibility at that point.
That
was back when everybody was kind of like, I'm not going to give you the whole job description, just enough to get you excited. And then once you're on the bus, you're not going anywhere. And I knew that.
A little sprinkle.
Yeah. And to be very fair, I didn't actually know what we were doing.
No.
It was just once, and I think once you got on the bus, you realized there wasn't really a plan. It was just like, we got to get from place to place.
Yeah. Because I got there and the person who was doing audio was like, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Lincoln. Here's a Google Doc of how to do it. And I just sat there and had to figure out how to set up the speakers and or how to connect all the cables and use the iPad. I'll never forget, you came over one time and we were freaking out and you went, the mute all is on. So it was definitely like it was like 22 years old, seeing that many states that quickly, and then also learning all that stuff and being surrounded by all that stuff was like drinking from a fire hydrant.
Yep.
Just experiences and meeting different people. And then I think, how big was Michigan?
Oh, it's like almost 7,000 people.
Yeah.
It's like 6,500 people. Yeah. It was huge events in a huge scale. And it was, I think the thing that was great that I know you would say too, is like being in front of that many people, you got to make people move and come alive and dance, and all that was awesome. But you also hopped in and had very deep conversations with kids about how do I be a better leader? How do I be more myself and authentic and true to who I am? And I know you really got to jump into serious conversations, which was a big passion of yours too. And I saw that from camp and knew that if you DJ'd and were there in the room, the kids would benefit from just your presence and existence. And you got a lot of that also.
Yeah.
And that definitely wasn't in the job description.
No. That was what I think. The music was a part of it, and I was enjoying the music, and coming up with new mixes or a new song would come out and try to figure out how to do that. But yeah, you would go into a room and there would be a breakout, and I would sit there, and then after, when we would sit on the bus and go, okay, why did you tell this story at this moment? Or, oh, when this happened, what if we did this? And oh, this is a thing that I used to do. Here's a game or activity. So we almost started creating this like back and forth between us. I think that was really special. Of this is bigger than just let's do something cool and loud, where people can have a lot of fun. We want it to be very impactful at the same time.
Absolutely. And it's one of those experiences that you can only it feels like a fever dream.
Oh yeah.
And it's a lot like playing a college sport, being a coach. Like, it happens so fast, and there's all these kind of big intense moments. But so that COVID hit. Obviously, when your job is to cram as many humans from as many different places into a building for as many hours as possible, you are the most canceled. So I was like I remember if we were flying back from DC, and when we were in the air, Tom Hanks got coronavirus and the NBA shut down. Yeah. We were on a flight together, and I looked at you and I said, I don't think we're going to do this for a while. Like what we're doing right now, I don't think we're going to do this for a while. And you came back, and the world changed, and you had a really cool opportunity to then go on staff at the Bay. And so maybe just speak to some of the experiences you've had there. You wore a lot of different hats, did a lot of different things over your, was it 5 years of employment there? Almost 6, right? Close. And so, yeah, just maybe speak to like, what was that experience like, and what are you taking with you from it?
Yeah. I mean, I think I started at the Bay just by making videos for kids around the state. So we didn't even have any youth in the building at the time. It was, hey, how can we connect with these people virtually?
Scottsbluff and all these other cities.
Yeah. And so the challenge was make some fun, entertaining videos that they can connect with. And I've been going down memory lane this past week since we're moving, and there's just goofy videos of kids putting the iPads up or their tablets and dancing, going, this is a song I made. And then I would do a video back to them saying, oh my gosh, I love that you love that song. And blah, 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 blah. And like we were talking across the state. And so that was really cool. And so that was my gateway. That was my entry point into the Bay, was making all these Bay Online videos. And then when we started getting people back in the space, it was, okay, when you make summer camps, how can we make camps happen? And so then it was, okay, what do I know? I know music. So I put on DJ summer camps. We had one of my favorite camps was Write, Record, Release, where I pulled in other people to help. Like I started seeing the power in, okay, I don't have to know everything about music. Music is so big, such a big vat. Like there's so many pockets in music. I can't know everything about it, but I can find other people that are willing to help youth. And so I had people come in and sit with these kids, and they would write a song, and they would make their little album and take album pictures, and then we turned this big safe in the back of the bay into a recording studio. We put like lights and stuff in there. It looked really vibey, and we hung posters on the wall, and they felt cool going in there to make their song. So and then we had a release party where we sat around on couches and they all listened to their songs and stuff. So it was like, how can I start pulling people in into some of these experiences? So summer camps was fun, the ones that like we put on at the Bay, and then even all the travel camps as well. I mean, getting like young people from all over the state and saying, all right, we're all going to camp along these different campsites around the state was wild.
We did a camp called From Skate Parks to State Parks.
Oh
it
my
was like
gosh.
Good Living Camp is what
Yes,
it was called,
yes.
but what the tagline was From State Parks to Skate Parks. And we went to state parks and skate parks all across the state. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was awesome. We rode horses, and then we would tube down rivers, and then we would make s'mores, and we would go to the skate park, and we would set up all the DJ stuff, and people would DJ. Like that was so exhausting and fun, and like the kids were just it was just like very genuine summer camp, sweaty, dirty times that were just fun.
I think the coolest thing about like hearing, like being on the outside, being like, how's everything going? How's like, what are y'all doing? You crazy people who care so much about all these kids.
Mm-hmm.
Was the like most of these like young people never would have the opportunity to do any of those things,
No,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, no way.
when are you ever gonna like be with a bunch of other like-minded people, or even not,
Yeah.
right? And like challenging yourself and being like, I got to go like ride horses with these people and skate at 8 parks and just like really like have a really cool opportunity.
Oh,
and it's like no one, like that group of kids will be able to say that they did that, and nobody else will.
Oh yeah, it was kids from like Imperial and McCook and Omaha and Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the whole state. It was every corner of the state was covered almost. It was great.
Seeing skate shoes in horse stirrups.
Yeah,
cutest thing.
Yep.
You know, it was. There's like people here that I found pictures of, like Johnny on a horse posted up,
As
looking
like an
cool.
8-year-old.
Yeah,
just as a kid.
So camps were
great.
fun, especially like the travel ones, I think. And then we went to Halsey. I think we were the last summer camp before the fire.
Yeah, that was sad.
And so like that was really cool to be able to go there. That was really magical just to see all that too. And especially like showing a lot of these kids different parts of Nebraska was really fun, because the city kids only know the city, and the McCook kids only know McCook.
And you both got to see a lot of the state.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know
Yeah.
I was there with you for some of
Mhm.
these trips, but you
Yeah.
both took the opportunity. You got a van, you drove, you camped. Like, you've seen parts of Nebraska that a lot of folks from Western or from Eastern Nebraska haven't seen.
Yeah. I talk about places in Nebraska that Nebraskans don't know about. And I'm showing them pictures, and I'm like, this is here. This is Carhenge.
Yeah, there's
or-
a really cool waterfall here that most people don't know about.
Smith Falls.
Shout out.
Uh-huh.
We've been there. Yeah, we've been there. No,
Yeah.
It's been cool to see you both get to experience like the real parts of Nebraska, just not the tour, not just the College World Series or the zoo or a Husker game, but like real intimate parts. I mean, you've been out to Imperial. Not a lot of people have.
Mhm.
You did a summer camp in Imperial.
Mhm.
We've camped at McConaughey.
Yeah.
You've seen places. We've been out to Toadstool. Like, you've been to some of these really cool spots, and so it's great. It's awesome. So keep going. So you go to camps, because you had a really cool.
Yeah. Camps was a lot. So camps was a fun way to kind of get the opportunity to build some stuff. I think at the Bay is dream differently. You're going, hey, here's the camp days, do something cool with it. And so that was really fun to get an opportunity to see myself create stuff, create experiences, create opportunities for young people. And so when you sat me down one day and you're like, okay, this high school I keep talking about, it's actually happening. This is what's going on. I want you to be a part of it. We don't know what it's going to look like yet, but it's coming. So that's whenever I was like, okay, how can I keep leveling up? So that's when I went and finessed my way into grad school, basically.
Yep.
Because I started going, okay, I don't know, as a business major, I don't know how I can help out this high school. I don't know anything about education. And then found this cool program but got a degree in innovative learning and technology
At the University of Nebraska.
At the University of
Shout
Nebraska.
out University of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. It's great. So you actually came up, got your master's while working at Bay High.
Yes. So Bay High was I decided Bay High started in 2021, and I think, right? Yeah, 2021. And then I started my master's program that year. So like the first day of Bay High, I remember going, I have to go home and do a lot of master's homework. So I was working full time at the Bay and then started my master's program. And so that was really cool to see, I started learning about education, specifically innovative education, as we were literally doing it. So that was really cool to be a part of the Bay and Bay High and really be a part of the community and culture of what Bay High was, because I wasn't just there to say, hey, I'm here to talk about music. It was like in the classroom every day, trying to help the teachers figure out what it was like to have a high school at the Bay. It's never been done before.
Yep. And that's where I just think there's having an experience where you get to build a curriculum inside of a place like that with Bay High is so incredible. And so we're gonna put a pin in it right there. You're listening to Culture and Coffee every first Friday with Mike Smith. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys is back this Friday, April 3rd, featuring members from UNL's Theta Chi fraternity to discuss their car smash philanthropy. Stop by this Friday between 5 and 8 p.m. as we turn the ticket into a skate park. That's right, a skate park, and also highlight the car smash philanthropy with Theta Chi. Again, that's 5 to 8 p.m. this Friday, April 3rd, for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a Vintage Market Plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you won't want to miss, sponsored by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing.
And electrical.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Time for a refill of culture and coffee on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Mike Smith Live.
What up, Capital City? Welcome back to Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith. I got Haley and Kayleen. Tonight is their last night. They're headed back to Louisiana. They gave this state some of their, you gave the whole 20s to this place. You lived here. You were the reverse brain drain. We talk about a lot as a state that people move, they graduate, they get that degree, and they flee and go elsewhere. And we stole 2 Raging Cajuns, brought them up here. They gave us their 20s, company cam in the Bay. Kayleen was just hopping into, you're working at Bay High. You got that job. Which, if you're not familiar, Bay High is an incredible focus program with Lincoln Public Schools. Just another shout out to the things that makes Lincoln an incredible place is we have these focus programs. It's an awesome opportunity for kids to learn in different environments with different skill sets. And Bay High is one of the coolest places. It teaches kids how to navigate business, entrepreneurship. There's a lot of creative aspects in there. We've had kids go on from Bay High to do some incredible things, both at the university, starting their own jobs, getting cool jobs all over the country. But keep cruising.
Okay, so Bay High happened. It's cruising, we're cooking. And then working with high schoolers, started to open up the idea, how can we keep connecting with young people? And young people still are that 18 to 24-year-old age range.
Right. The idea is just because you graduated high school doesn't mean you know anything yet. You don't know where you want to go. You don't know where you're headed or what you want to do. So that was the problem we were trying to solve.
Yeah. Just because you're a legal adult doesn't mean you got it all figured out.
Or even have your driver's license.
No, or a bank account.
Yeah.
So Gap Year was launched at the Bay, and you really had a hand in the pilot program. Does this work? Is it making sense? How can we create more opportunities for young people? And so I kind of moved more into the Gap Year program, and I finished my master's degree. And so I thought, how can I use this degree of innovative learning in real time? And so I started doing I started teaching the music pathway. And then I started mentoring the students one-on-one. And then even getting as far as, okay, really building more curriculum and what are these experiences that are happening? And curriculum doesn't even feel right, because what we're doing in Gap Year isn't even like real school. It's because we have the young people that come in there for Gap Year, and we're almost rewiring their mindset about what the world is, what education means, what learning is, what job means, what life is. Like, we're not just saying, come in here and we're going to give you a job. We're saying, hey, here's a cohort that you can be a part of with other people that are thinking differently about their future. Yep. And we are providing people and opportunities for you to connect with people in the community, or if you just need some support around you. And your next move doesn't have to be like your next move after high school doesn't have to be, oh, I am getting into this college and I'm doing this thing. It can range between, okay, I really just want to focus on like my health and or my life or my friends or whatever that may be, like thinking about life as a whole. And so there's a lot of just or we have people from Gap Year that come and they went to college and they did a couple years and they didn't like it. And so, or something happened and then they're, all right, how can I take my learning into my own hands, or how can I make opportunities myself? So like, it's just an array, and we've got so many different types of people that are there, but it was really fun this past year to get my hands on the actual curriculum, I guess. And like, what is the learning experiences and how can we really connect and how can I build some partnerships?
Yep.
So we have one with Relentless right now where there's a pathway for fashion, and the Gap Year fellows are going in. They're learning with people at Relentless Merch how to print shirts, how to do embroidery, marketing, setting up websites, like all kinds of stuff, and the business side. And then they're also going to do internships with them. And Relentless is like, hey, we probably have job opportunities even after Gap Year. So like, the people in the community that are helping create pipelines to, we're a cool place, we're down to like help out. And we know that this is like a weird, like some people, you can't go to college for this most of the time.
Yep.
So how can we help create learning opportunities? And we've got a couple other partnerships in the community that's really cool. So I started feeling like a connector and a builder more recently with Gap Year, because I had a lot of freedom to just build experiences. And so that's been really fun, just as I'm leaving the Bay and looking back at talking about summer camps, talking about Bay High, talking about Gap Year, and First Fridays, like really like doing art and thrift and live at the Bay shows, like all these things that I am reflecting on that I've done. Most of it is about building experiences for people to connect with each other or do something unique and cool. And that's been really fun. And I'm seeing like this is a superpower that I might have. How can I figure out how can I take this somewhere else? You know,
we're so lucky to have you, Kayleen Haley. Thank you so much. Thank you for how much you've given. You're going to be legends here in the eyes of so many families and kids. The state is going to miss you. We appreciate you so much. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We got a fun lineup for the next 60 minutes of Culture and Coffee.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers and patchy fog. Otherwise, mainly cloudy and breezy. The high around 57. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a continued breeze, low around 31. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return, be breezy with the high near 53. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleckner for 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys is back this Friday, April 3rd, featuring members from UNL's Theta Chi fraternity to discuss their car smash philanthropy. Stop by this Friday between 5 and 8 p.m. as we turn the ticket into a skate park. That's right, a skate park, and also highlight the car smash philanthropy with Theta Chi. Again, that's 5 to 8 p.m. this Friday, April 3rd, for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a Vintage Market Plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you won't want to miss, sponsored by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
It's the first Friday of the month, which means it's time for Culture and Coffee. Kick it off with Mike Smith, founder of The Bay, as he brings the streets to the studio. From vintage wear and skateboarding with the Bowie Boys to sports with local student athletes. From entrepreneurship with local business leaders to pop culture with local influencers. Join Mike Smith and his guests to hear what's happening across Lincoln. This is Culture and Coffee on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Mike Smith.
What up, Capital City? You're listening to Culture and Coffee. I'm Mike Smith. If you're watching at home right now, we got a packed studio. We got the boys from Theta Xi up in here. We call them Taxi, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got the boys in the studio. So we packed the studio tonight. We're raising money for a good cause. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about culture of Greek life. We're going to talk about Husker campus culture right now. It's got to be at an all-time high. Things are looking good. But first, we want to hear from you boys. Thanks for coming in tonight. We have a fundraiser coming up. So share with us a little bit about the fundraiser. What are we working on? What are we raising money for?
So we're raising money. MS Society, multiple sclerosis. It's an autoimmune disease. Impacts a lot of people around the country, globally. Big thing. It's been a huge fight in the past 20 years.
Concrete industry.
Progress towards getting rid of that. And the MS Society is a national charity that Theta Xi nationally. We work with them. All the chapters do. And everyone's got their own little fundraiser, but ours is the Car Smash. So Car Smash sounds pretty much exactly what you think. We get an old beat up car getting ready to get condemned, and then you buy a ticket, you get a couple minutes with some sledgehammers, man. I mean,
there's nothing more fun than that.
Oh yeah.
You get to let out a little energy, raise some money for a good cause.
Oh yeah.
Where'd you get the car?
Where is he? Zach Mueller. Oh, he's out there. Oh, one of our members. He very graciously, his father donated an old car that he's just got laying around.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So one of the families hopped in, got involved.
Oh yeah.
So what day is the fundraiser going down?
So this is going to be on April 9th. It's going to be from 5 to 9 p.m. and it's going to be at the Theta Xi chapter house on UNL's campus. It's on 1535 R Street. I think that's correct. Yeah. It's going to be all on the front lawn. Tickets are sold prior to the door, a couple bucks extra if you get them at the door. And it gets you a couple minutes with the car. I mean, we'll have a bunch of tools laid out, anything you want to destroy it with. We'll even have little paint cans, because that was a problem we faced before, is little kids or people who didn't really want to swing the hammer, wanted to come mess up the car a little bit.
Yep.
Now you can just come spray paint some stuff.
Awesome. So it's a family affair. Anybody, if you've got any from young kids to adults, come smash a car, raise money for a good cause. I think that's something that people don't understand, is the power of the Greek system in general raises a lot of money. Like, it's a big part of what you all do. There's fraternities all get a cause. You all do fundraisers. And so is there like a goal the house is trying to raise? Are you guys competing against another group? Like, how does it work? Or is it just sort of like, we're just raising money and doing what we can?
We're mostly just doing what we can. Every single year we try to raise a little bit more money than the past. And we've got multiple charity events that we do throughout the year. We've also got one Xylent Night that we do during December. We do multiple fundraisers throughout the year, and the goal is generally just as much as we're able.
Yep.
But it's like you said, these Greek houses, they raise a lot more money than people realize. Like, it sounds kind of wimpy when you say I'm the treasurer for a fraternity, but you really do manage a good amount of money. I'm sure Bryce can attest to all that. There's a lot of money that flows through all these events, and they are kind of a big deal. It's a lot of logistics to get everything put together.
It's a business. I don't think people realize throwing an event, taking money, charging tickets, having people come into your space. Like, it takes. I know we all probably procrastinate, like save it until the end, right? The night before, which is kind of the gig. Yeah. No, that you get older, it still happens. But yeah, it's just, I think it's really cool. And I get to travel a lot and see a lot of different like college campuses and see their kind of the community life of it. But Husker Greek life, like just seeing the power and how many of you are in it and just how much you bring to the culture of Lincoln in general is awesome. And so I'm sure you guys aren't strangers. This show is sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Association. So shout out Downtown Lincoln. I'm sure you guys have spent a lot of time downtown Lincoln, the boys have. And so talk to me a little bit, fellas, about, you're all from probably different parts of the country. Not everybody's from Nebraska. We got folks from everywhere, but what is it about Downtown Lincoln that you love the most? Speak up a little bit. We've got other folks in here, but let's just chat. I want to hear what your favorite parts of kind of like the community are.
Yeah. So me and Bryce sitting at the table here are actually both from Minnesota.
I know for me especially, like what brought me here is that Lincoln is a big city that feels small. There's so many people you can know in such a short time. A lot of us are underclassmen, and there's already so many connections to make, especially, you know, just getting us here. So, yeah, there's a lot to go out and do. I'm sure Bryce can speak to that a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's probably just like what it means to be a Cornhusker. I grew up a Cornhusker. Both my parents went here. It's kind of just a no-brainer. The support that you get is just unmatched. You don't see this anywhere else in the world.
Just the way the community buys into the
Yeah.
university as a whole. We have a lot of athletes on the show, and they talk about in Nebraska, when you come here, being a part of the university system, that's kind of our pro sports team. So you guys, and I always think about like your job as like the frat is you guys are supposed to be like those super fans who are making it a place that nobody wants to play. And that is something I think that when people know about Huskers, like it's not always that we're winning the games, but they always know about our fans. And I think that's you guys, and that speaks to it. And so what is it like right now? Just what are the vibes on campus as a Husker fan? Women's sports are popping off. Men's sports are great. We talked about Hoiberg, Coach of the Year. What a cool thing for our basketball program. But just like as a Husker right now, what's Culture Campus like?
I mean, it's a little bit with the football. Everyone's a little worried. You know, we've gone through a lot of turmoil with.
You're young. You got decades of pain.
Yeah,
You're young.
It's always been rough. I'm born and raised Lincoln, so I'm no stranger to the ridiculousness with our football team. But it's the first time seeing hope for basketball, as everyone knows, and that's a weird dynamic. It's interesting to describe the student experience right now because like we've got our student marketplaces for tickets, for like student tickets where people sold them, and you used to be able to pick up a basketball ticket for $5 maybe. I mean, sometimes they were just free. Now you can't get your hands on them at all. The hype culture around Pinnacle Bank Arena right now is insane. It is so cool seeing all these people walking through downtown in red like it's a football game in March. That is ridiculous. It's awesome.
And as someone who grew up here, it didn't always used to be like that.
No,
that wasn't always the experience.
Yeah,
so I think it's fantastic. And so what as far as your fraternity goes, I always have this question. Is there like there's got to be like rivals, right? Like us and them, this and that. I always assumed, right? And I was like, I didn't get into the university, obviously didn't go to school here, so I don't know what the culture's like. But how does it work where it's like this frat versus that frat? And like, where is there like everybody who's not in a fraternity or part of Greek life has all these like assumptions and questions about it because you don't quite get what it's like. I played college basketball at a little school, so I know that culture, but I was never a part of like this world. And so like as rivals and just like other frats, how's that go? Because at the end of the day, you're all still Huskers, right? Like you're standing next to each other. We're all still Huskers, but there still is a little bit of that competition.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that there's always a little bit of beef going around, especially when, you know, rush season is rolling around. There's only so many guys rushing houses. So like you have to be first on it. You got to think the way other houses aren't thinking. One thing I like about our house is that, you know, we always say we're not like the biggest frat on campus, but we're still way bigger than, you know, your high school friend group, but it's still tight enough that it feels like a community. And I think that's a unique selling point that we have. And at the end of the day, to your point, like I think Greek life as a whole is still a really supportive area. We all want each other to do well. And you know, when Greek campus on culture is going well for every other house, you know, that's good for us too.
Yep. Everybody wins at that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was congrats on the poli-sci major. They're really political because I never who the rival is though. But good job. So who's the rival? Who are we, Mr. President? Who are we? Who is it like that we're seeing? And you're like, okay, that's kind of our rival frat.
Well, you know, we have some next door neighbors that we don't like too much.
There's yard beef. There's lawn beef. I get it. I get that.
100%.
No, that makes sense. No, I understand. What? So how many guys live in the house?
Oh gosh, houseman.
I think we're up to
in the mic.
I think it's like 20 right now.
20. And then how many guys are in the fraternity total?
46.
Got you. Okay. So you're right. It is like a smaller tight knit group, and it's not too overwhelming. That's cool. Have you heard, and you always hear about this, and it's the same is true in sports, but when you're part of a fraternity, like it opens up doors, jobs, you meet people. There's these like other things that kind of explain the benefits of that.
Well, I mean, like I'm a junior now, so I'm getting to see like there's younger generations coming in. So I know quite a few levels of people, like people that have graduated for a couple of years now. And I still get texts from names that I barely recognize because they were a senior when I was a freshman. And they're texting the old group chats that they're still a part of, like, hey, my job's got this interview open. Is there any marketing majors that need an email or something? Yeah. And tons of small opportunities like that you wouldn't really expect. Like people like to make fun of the fraternities because it's like you're paying for friends is the general baseline. But there are all of these little like business connections and friend connections that you make. Like multiple of my groomsmen at my wedding are going to be specifically because I met them in the fraternity. Like, these are some of my tightest friends that I've made throughout my whole life. So.
Absolutely. And the older you get, you know the phrase, it's not what you know, it's who you know, continues to ring true. And the more people you know, the more opportunities that open up. And that's where jobs, more often than not, people are trying to hire someone that they know, not someone that they don't. And so the more people you know, the more opportunities you get. And this is a great way to connect people immediately, which is great. Quick question. Who is like absolutely the messiest dude in the house? Like the one
Right here.
that's
Right here. No. It's the press. We were in this room earlier.
So Mr. President immediately gets the outed. And so let's talk about what is it? Attitude reflects leadership. Cleanliness is godliness. There's something in there. There's something in there, but really you're the messiest in the house.
You know, I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's just been a while since I've cleaned my room. Maybe a little too long.
It's never been busy. Been busy. Understood. Got a lot going on. Is it one of those things where like everybody just says, in the basketball house we were in, it was like once a month we just went hard. It was like we let it get bad, then it got real bad, then you clean it, then it get real bad, and you clean it. Or is this like a group that keeps it pretty tidy throughout the month?
Well, I mean, our house in general, we have chores that we have to do every week. So every member contributes, 3 times a week, we're all working to clean the house.
You get assigned a certain thing.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, who's in charge if you don't? Like who cracks the whip? You?
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I run a really tight ship here. Ask Riker about that one.
So that's interesting. I didn't realize. I'm sure that's the last thing that anybody wants to do in the midst of homework, social life, all those things is chores, and kind of have to keep it tidy. But I can only imagine how gnarly it gets with a group up in a spot like that. Yeah, was not expecting you to be the rule follower though. That was not.
What is that? Rule enforcer and rule follower.
Yeah,
two very different things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've got some
right.
problems over there already.
There's no question. We're blessed to be in a sports city, in a sports town, and so we've got folks that aren't from Nebraska. Raise your hand if you're not from Nebraska up in the studio. And so we've got a lot of folks up in the studio who aren't from Nebraska. Maybe hop up on a mic if you're not from here. What are some of the things you're going to take back home with you? You're kind of a Husker for life. You're taking back the Big Red Machine with you wherever you're from. What are some of your things you're going to take with you from Nebraska and on your journey?
Like the loyalty, like everybody here all supporting on the same team. I'm from a state where it's like split divided, house divided and stuff, my house included. But just the way that everybody reps to Go Big Red, it's really cool to see, especially on game day. You got people driving around these crazy cars and trucks, repping all the Husker stuff, and the amount of the crowds that come in for game day is always awesome to see.
Love that.
Yeah, the loyalty absolutely is huge. I'm also from Minnesota. I went to a beer festival 2 weeks ago in a small town of under 10,000, and I saw 2 different people wearing Nebraska gear hit 2 Go Big Reds. That was awesome.
Yep.
Minnesota State Fair rolls around. We always play a game. How many can we get in one day? The record's 8 or 9. Yep. So the loyalty of we travel well. There are Husker fans all over the country. Bringing that with me wherever I go in the future is just something I'm looking forward to.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. Anybody else out there from another spot? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually grew up in Denver, so kind of an enemy territory, Buffs country. I've always come from a Husker family, though, so it's been a lot of loyalty my whole life. And, yeah, I mean, there's nothing like the community out here. I'm actually a senior. I'm graduating in about a few weeks, going back to Denver, but I'm always going to take away that camaraderie that we have as a team, as a fraternity out here, because there's just nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. No, that's wonderful. It's great. We love to see it. And so we're raising money. We got the boys from Theta Xi up in here. Taxi, I love the nickname. That's kind of cool. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a car smash on April 9th.
April 9th.
April 9th. And people can get tickets where?
Tickets, you can get them online from any of our members. We'll post them all over social media. That was a fun one.
No, it's all good.
We'll post them. We'll post them all online, all over the place. Our Instagram is going to be the best place for that. It's Theta Xi Nebraska.
Yep.
And all these guys that are standing behind you right now each have a set number of tickets that I've told them they have to sell for this event. So they would love if people would DM any of our members or anything and get some tickets sold. So
yep, raising money for a good cause.
Yep, Multiple Sclerosis Society. So all our money goes there nationally and our local chapter as well.
Gotta love it. Doing good, smashing a car, breaking some stuff for a good cause. It's always fun. You ever been a part of a car smash before?
No, but now I'm definitely curious. It sounds
intriguing.
Yeah,
at the very
it's one
least.
of those. Maybe we got to get the station over there to do a little live stream or something like that. We'll see.
We got some dudes that I would be. They could do some damage.
I think so.
at the very least.
Some of our hosts could definitely. Yeah, some of those guys would like to flip a car.
I know a few former black shirts that would like to swing it.
Yeah. Some of those noon guys would definitely take a shot at it.
You'd be shocked. Some of these older guys, like we'll have these dudes that are just completely huge walking up to this car, and you get a couple minutes with your ticket, and they are exhausted by the end of this.
Yeah.
That car will test you, man. But it's so much fun.
Swinging a sledgehammer is harder than you think.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's definitely hard.
Oh, that's the tool we're using. It's a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year we had a guy from Raising Cane's drive by, and he was like, he rolled down his window. He's like, "What's this?" He turns around, and then we have a guy in his Raising Cane's uniform, and he sounded absolutely, pissed off.
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy, he had a bad shift or something. So.
Couple bad deliveries.
Yeah, you never know who'll show up.
Didn't even park his car. He just threw his hazards on, stopped on the road, and then went and beat up this car.
He needed it. Yeah, that guy needed some therapy in a Cane's box. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith.
93.7 The Ticket. Don't go anywhere.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys is back this Friday, April 3rd, featuring members from UNL's Theta Chi fraternity to discuss their Car Smash philanthropy. Stop by this Friday between 5 and 8 p.m. as we turn the ticket into a skate park. That's right, a skate park, and also highlight the Car Smash philanthropy with Theta Chi. Again, that's 5 to 8 p.m. this Friday, April 3rd, for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a Vintage Market Plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you won't want to miss, sponsored by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
Is your air conditioner ready for the hot weather ahead? Get it checked now before you really need it. Call Bryant now to schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. Stay cool and comfortable with air conditioning services from Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111 to schedule your AC check. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Now's the time to schedule your air conditioner service check with Bryant. Make sure it's ready to keep you cool and comfortable when you really need it. Call Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
One last night, one legendary career. On April 4th at 7 p.m., Love Nebraska hosts Love Austin at Baxter Arena, and it marks the final home match of Olympic gold medalist Jordan Larson's career. From world championships to unforgettable runs in Nebraska, she's defined excellence at every level. Now she shares the court one final time at home against an Austin squad ready to compete. It's more than a matchup. It's a farewell to a Nebraska icon and global trailblazer. Be there to witness history on April 4th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855
Get legal or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Time for another sip of culture and coffee on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Mike Smith Live.
What up, Lincoln? You're listening to Culture and Coffee. I got the boys from Theta Xi up in here tonight. We got a packed studio. We're talking about raising money for a good cause. We got a skate contest going down at 7 to 8 p.m. It's First Friday. So if you're not aware, the downtown comes alive. There's the Paris Studios. We've got over at Tower Square, there's the Gilded Geckos hosting a First Friday experience. You've got this experience tonight over here. The Bay's got art and thrift happening tonight. Lincoln comes alive in a really cool way on First Fridays. And so if you're driving around tonight looking for something cool to do, stop in here at 7 o'clock. You can catch these boys. They're going to be playing a game of dice. They're going to be ready to roll. I was, so dice, playing dice, that whole thing, like that was not the culture when I was in college. So when you were like, yo, we got this dice table, can you come get it? In my mind, I'm thinking like, can't you just toss it in like on a car in the truck? I did not realize the size of this dice. I had no clue how big this thing was. And I'm excited, but dice is a big part of the culture you boys got going.
Oh yeah. Every single fraternity's got to have a die table. That's like the first thing you build when you join a fraternity.
Is one frat better than another? Or do we know who on campus holds it down?
I feel like we're the best house on campus for die.
That's it. Pushing Harry, I like it. And so we know who the best on campus are. No, that's great. Well, that's cool. So we're gonna go back to tell us a little bit about this fundraiser. If people haven't heard in the first segment, what are we raising money for? Why are we on the air tonight?
Oh yeah, so our national fraternity, we're partnered with Multiple Sclerosis Foundation, just trying to fight that disease in any way possible, raising money for the fight against that. It's gotten way better in the past few years, and we made a lot of progress nationally. But us ourselves, we've got a car smash philanthropy event coming up on April 9th. That's going to run from 5 to 9 p.m. and it's at the Theta Xi chapter on campus. That's like 1535 R Street up there. And you get a ticket beforehand. You get some time with a old condemned car, a couple sledgehammers, some gloves, and some safety glasses. Got to keep everything locked down. But yeah, you get a couple minutes with the car. You just get to go to town, and it's all just raising money for a good cause.
You got everything from sledgehammers to spray paint. So even if you got youngsters out there who still want to partake in the fundraiser, they can. You can scoop up tickets at
our Instagram. Theta Xi Nebraska is going to have all of our ticket information because they are a couple bucks cheaper if you get them beforehand. So save yourself a couple bucks, pick up a ticket from a member. All of our members have got a number of tickets they got to sell. So pick up your tickets beforehand. You'll save yourself some money.
Reach out to the boys from Theta Xi. You can raise some money, smash a car, have a good time, make an impact. It's really cool to see Greek life up in here making an impact like that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Harry, I want to play a game.
Let's do it.
We're gonna play a game called This or That, boys. Would you go as a group? Would you rather go to this or that? Cool. Makes sense.
Cool.
Hit us with the list.
All right, try to find something that's going to hit close to home here. So first one coming up here, we got Honest Abe's or Runza.
Oh wow! Wow.
Tough right off the rip.
Right off the bat with that, huh?
Yeah.
Honest Abe.
All right.
Football runs it.
Football.
Yeah. Football runs it. Goes hard.
That's one of those. I bet is graduating seniors. You're going to miss that game day runs.
Yeah. Oh, the hand warmer. Yeah. The hand warmer is an iconic.
Yeah.
It's great for those cold games.
It absolutely.
Do we have a consensus? Are we leaning Runza? I think
I went to Honest Abe's in the
Hand-
fall.
show
and
of
I
hands
nearly
if you're
bit through my
Runza.
tongue.
Show a hand if you're Abe's.
I think Runs is running away with
We're
it.
taking Runza, the local
Runza.
legend.
All right, moving on here. For all those who like Chinese, Blue Sushi or Hero?
Oh,
Hero.
Oh,
Hero.
okay.
Easily.
Easy one. That wasn't as
Wow,
tough
that
as I
wasn't even
thought.
close. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Yeah. Wow. I will say
Rainbow has
the
best apples.
jalapeno margarita at Blue goes real hard, but that's probably not in these boys' palate yet. Keep going. Yeah, keep cruising.
All right, I got a feeling about where this one's gonna go. McKinney's or Berries?
Oh, McKinney's.
McKinney's.
McKinney's easily. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Show of hands for McKinney's. Show a hand for Berries.
Mike, a lot of us are underage here.
I want to point out the echoes of Barry's answers you heard are from all the children that cannot get into berries right
Understood.
now.
Understood. Now we know. Yeah. We might have to ask who has a better, like Shirley Temple or a better Sprite. These boys.
Best soda
Best soda.
establishment.
Yeah. Where can you get the best pop?
All right, tailgating or chilling at the rail yard with everybody else?
Yeah, I feel like one of them is about $1 a drink and the other one's about $15.
Absolutely. Where would you rather be if we won, though?
Oh goodness,
That's a better way to phrase it.
I was in the rail yard when we won to go to the Sweet 16, like when we won that game, and they almost hit the half court shot, and that place was electric. It was. I got covered in beer, like had to walk home drenched. It was great. It was absolutely great.
The last one, I did have Busch Light versus Coors Light, but we'll just do Sprite versus. We'll do Dr. Pepper versus Coke. Since we All right,
DP. Who's got the best chicken wings in town?
Canes.
Wow.
Wow, that's the same thing.
Just not our chef, Dusty.
Whoa.
Dusty shade. We'll have to send him to the course to learn how to make it.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him taught up right. We'll get him taught up right. What is there something specific about the Lincoln kind of community that some of you graduating seniors, if you're a senior, hop up on the mic. Anybody who's hopping on, moving on. I want to know. Yeah. You get a chance to, yeah. What's kind of your culmination, sort of like someone who's thinking about Russian? There's a lot of people who want to get into Greek life, want to come to the university. They're not sure if they should go to college. Is it worth it? You're looking at the end of this whole experience now. So maybe just kind of speak to like this experience, wrap it up for the squad. Like, why is it worth it?
Absolutely. I think it was the best thing I ever did. Coming into college, I was really nervous. I was nothing like I am now. I didn't even know what I was doing. But then I figured out some guy from Theta Xi reached out. Basically was like, yo, you want to go tubing? Of course I said yes. I went there. Met all these amazing people since. Not only these people in this room, but so many people have already graduated. A lot of friends I'm going to have my entire life. And overall, it's been a really great choice. Greek life is just something special.
Love it. So if you're thinking about it, there's tons of upsides. Tons of benefits, except for a messy president. I know that can always be something that's difficult. So we got a game of dice. We got at least $100 on the line. So explain to me how this is going to happen. How we doing this? This is going on this evening.
Oh, so we're gonna do I think we're doing a little King of the Court style, and we're gonna do games to 3, and just keep them quick, keep them going. Got to get all the guys through. And we've got there's a few names in here that are a lot more likely to win that $100 than pretty much everybody else.
We've got
right here.
yeah.
Right here, man. Put those names down.
Yeah, they're ready. It's for people who don't know how to play dice. How's the game go?
So you're on a big table. It's college. You just use whatever table you can.
I saw it's kind of sketch, but it was all right.
Oh yeah, it's built by a bunch of freshmen who are having a great time. And you toss the die up, and it's going like 12 feet in the air. Like this die is you throw it up really high, and then you have to bounce it on the table. You got to catch it with one hand if you're playing defense before it hits the ground.
Yep.
So when you're tossing it, your hope is that toss it up, hits the table, hits the ground, and on defense you're trying to prevent that. So
you don't catch it, what happens?
You get the team who threw it gets a point. So
you do catch it, what happens?
Nothing.
So it's just a matter of do you catch it or you don't?
Yeah.
Understood.
Pretty much.
Understood. And you never know with the dice. It takes it tricky. So it's really about hand-eye coordination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, understood. There's not a huge dice. It's just little dice.
Just little dice, yeah.
Okay. All right. Harry, you ever played dice like that before?
No, I'm bummed out. That wasn't as popular for
No,
me
that
as it was.
wasn't.
I feel like it's always been a thing, but I feel like lately it's gotten super popular. You guys probably do it too. We're a lot of the lawn darts era.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love some darts though.
Yeah.
Darts are still a great time.
Yeah.
Watch your shins.
Yeah, no, there's definitely like there's a bags culture out there too. That I think is real relevant. Is anybody hopping on a skateboard this evening and gonna come skate with us tonight?
I've never done that before.
Where's
Where's
Mason? We got a couple boys that'd be willing to throw a shot at it. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a couple lads that might get out on a skateboard. That'll be really cool. Well, this is it's been awesome. I think having people
understand that kind of like Greek life has so much philanthropy. There's a brotherhood to it. There's a camaraderie to it. Is a really cool thing. But I just love how many diehard Husker fans we're going to have up running around the country in a few years. And it's cool to see that this group goes on to do so many things. I have a question for you, though. Have you all been, what atmosphere is better? I've never gotten to experience a Husker girls volleyball game where we didn't just absolutely destroy immediately, like a sweep. I've only ever seen a sweep, so I've never been in it when it was like close. But talk to me about that moment, girls volleyball when it's close or men's basketball when it's close, because both stadiums seem insane when it's close. I've seen Husker men's, but I've never been to a volleyball game when it was close.
I mean, those Husker volleyball games inside the box, that atmosphere is ridiculous. Like that Colorado football atmosphere that we have when our stadium's always hype, but like when it really gets going, you get that pretty much every single game when you're at the box, especially when, like you said, it's an actual match. Because Nebraska, we have this tendency to just completely wipe when we're playing women's volleyball.
It's been like that. Yeah. It's like they just have to continue to consistently get themselves up because it's like sweep, left, left and right. What is hard about getting tickets like that? I don't know how, I always feel like, do you get tickets? How does it work as a student? Do you get a box of tickets? Do you guys buy tickets from each other? Like, how's that game work?
Yeah. So the student tickets go out like every spring if you're an existing student, and basically Snapchat has been the main form of selling them.
I wondered where this, I knew there was going to be like a hustle. Yeah.
So kind of like the housing market, I am kind of part of the problem because sometimes I'll buy tickets because I know I'm going to make a profit on them. I'm not gonna lie. But hey,
it's America, baby.
If anybody from Husker volleyball is listening, I will go to more games if they put the student sections in one section instead of four corners.
Got it. Hey, that's something to note. So the game's on Snapchat, so that's where you're selling tickets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, got it.
That's
Yeah.
the spot.
You know, there's always going to be a little hustle. Like, there's always a way that these things go down.
Oh yeah, 100%. And the university doesn't try to fight it anymore. They used to, but now they embrace it.
Well, now it's a hot ticket.
Well, yeah. And kids are always going to find a way.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta
kids-
ask, what was it like for the run that Nebraska men's basketball was on? I'd imagine there's an absolute riot around the place.
I mean,
Our super fan is absent.
Give those kids that bought those student tickets though, like an investing degree, because like you were saying, there's probably a lot of kids that did not care about basketball at all, and they just made a lot of money selling their tickets from that.
What's the expectation for next year? Like, as a fan, do you hear rumblings? I know you guys are friends with some of these guys too, but like, what does it feel like the excitement for next year's looking like?
I mean, we want to stay hopeful. We're Nebraska fans. We're gonna have blind hope no matter
Yeah,
what.
of course,
So
of course.
I like to think that we're just gonna run at the wall and hope that we can get another Sweet 16 spot again. That'd be real nice. But
Absolutely.
We'll see.
But I know the fans will be there for it. I also see you guys have been a part of the university now, a lot of you guys for a while. Like, what do you think it is that makes the Husker fan base so different from other universities? Like, you guys probably saw the same stories too. Like, they're running out of Busch Light down there in Houston because the Husker fan base was taken over to that degree. You guys being in the university, what makes it such a unique experience for the fan base to get as riled as they do?
Everything just means more in Nebraska. Any Cornhusker event, any sport, that's the big event. And I don't think you can get that at any other university. Like they say SEC, it means more. I don't think so.
I think we're proving it. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're proving it. I mean, we're showing up, we're winning games. Half of the Final Four is us, like the Big Ten. Like the Big Ten's definitely showing up and showing out. And it's cool to see Nebraska have such a big footprint all across it. And not just men's sports. Our women are crushing it. We're on here every week talking about how
Yeah, or even Alexis Johansson. Like, we have like one of the best shot putters, not just like in the country, like possibly in the world.
Yep.
Like, she is absolutely unreal. And then of course, like the bowlers, they're down there in Pittsburgh right now. Everyone just kind of, it's gotten to such a point, like everyone just expects the bowlers to go like, they'll be competing for a national championship, but they're out there today. I'd have to look about how they faced versus Arkansas, but yeah, I mean, it's just been a great year for Husker athletics. I'm sure a lot of these guys will probably be heading out to baseball, softball games too, because Husker baseball, they're off to a great start. I think they're like 23-6. So shout out to Jordan Danner and all the coaches, but it's a great time, I will say, for you guys, like to be a Husker when I was growing up. Not as great, not as many wins to go around, but like right now it is the ultimate time to soak up the amount of victories that are happening in Huskerland.
It's cool. I grew up in the 90s, so I got to see it at its peak. So I thought all we did was win national championships, and this is what it felt like. But it feels like that excitement's coming back. It feels like we've got super fans coming back. It feels like the young people are showing up, getting there early, waiting in line, buying tickets, and supporting. And so it's very, very cool. I'm very proud to be a part of this Husker Nation.
Absolutely. Before we get out, we got a little bit of minutes left. Give me, and you guys can hop in, most memorable Husker sports moment that you guys got to go witness live.
Colorado football easily. Gavin, get in.
Yeah, hop up.
The Colorado football game was probably the most hype moment I've ever experienced in my entire life. I remember the exact moment. me and Alex looked at each other when that pick six happened, and like we could not believe it. It was absolutely electric. I don't know if anything will ever top that.
Oh yeah,
That's by far the loudest I've ever heard.
Yeah,
the city of Lincoln.
And then the end of that game too, that field, like there were kids jumping from the South student section to the East student section. That is a solid 20 feet gap on most of those parts. Like everyone was that stadium has never been the same. Like we were rowdy that night, and it was a good time. That game was top 5 memory easily.
Yeah, that was absolutely unreal. And on that Colorado game, I actually brought my brother. He was at CU at the time. Brought him to our tailgate, brought him to the game. It was unreal in the student section. He was having things thrown at him. He was having people absolutely everywhere. But, that's just our spirit as Huskers. Again, I think that was probably the best moment I've ever had in Husker football.
Was your brother the guy that got escorted by the police from our student section?
He might have been. I'm not going to comment on that.
For me, that Troy basketball game was electric. I was driving home. I was driving back to Lincoln from my home in Minnesota. I had 6 hours on the road. I was watching it on my phone while driving on I-35 and I-80. I remember just like hearing the pop of the net, just like I was like, oh my God, like things are happening. And I was like texting my dad. I was like, this is the video I'm going to show my kids. Like my dad grew up showing me the 1995 Orange Bowl against Florida, just like kicking butt, destroying that awesome offense, and like just like Nebraska pure and utter dominance. I'm like, I'm going to show this Troy game to my children one day, and we're going to sit down on a Saturday morning and just watch the highlights. And I was there for this. That was so awesome.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Final one I got for you now, since I feel like, we got to wrap up for this one. Who's the bigger rival, Colorado or the Iowa Hawkeyes?
I think it's got to be Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah, I don't.
Iowa in there, Hubbard.
All right. Third option, Creighton.
Oh yeah. I mean, Creighton could be thrown.
I'd say rivalry, but this year we've kind of beat them in everything, so I feel like we're kind of taking care of that one.
I don't know. I think it's easy to get swept up. Yeah. It's easy to get swept up in the Colorado for sure, and that still runs deep. But like, it's Iowa, man.
Yeah,
like, there's no one worse.
Especially after that Sweet 16, I think it's going to be There's like there's a chip on our shoulder. We're out to prove we've got better sports and better corn.
Oh, 100%.
Significantly better corn. With that being said, we'll go ahead and throw it the break. Don't go anywhere. Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith, Harrison Arns, pushing the buttons on the ones and twos. 93.7 The Ticket.
Culture and Coffee with Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys is back this Friday, April 3rd, featuring members from UNL's Theta Chi fraternity to discuss their Car Smash philanthropy. Stop by this Friday between 5 and 8 p.m. as we turn the ticket into a skate park. That's right, a skate park, and also highlight the Car Smash philanthropy with Theta Chi. Again, that's 5 to 8 p.m. this Friday, April 3rd, for a live broadcast of Culture and Coffee from 5 to 7 p.m. and a Vintage Market Plus skate experience hosted by the Bowie Boys from 7 to 8 p.m. This is a party you won't want to miss, sponsored by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
We hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are very excited to announce our spring sales event happening now at Coppell. We have 0% financing or up to $13,000 off select GMC and Chevrolet inventory. You heard that right, 0%. Or $13,000 off select inventory. We'd love to see you at the store or check us out online at coppellcars.com. Folks, this is really confident buying and confident driving. Stock number C127238 and G173977 with approved credit.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are very excited to announce our spring sales event happening now at Coppell. We have 0% financing or up to $13,000 off select GMC and Chevrolet inventory. You heard that right, 0%. Or $13,000 off select inventory. We'd love to see you at the store or check us out online at coppellcars.com. Folks, this is really confident buying and confident driving. Stock number C127238 and G173977 with approved credit.
Are you looking for a place to host company get-togethers, team meetings, or group events? Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln is the perfect place to host your gathering with private bays available to meet with clients while you swing the sticks and improve your game. Back 9 Golf offers traditional golf opportunities while also providing fun games and activities for non-traditional golfers on their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators. Learn about their corporate memberships today and gather your favorite groups together at Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln, just off of 14th and Pine Lake Road.
Be sure to check out the all-new Fizzy Cuts. Fizzy Cuts helps to build and protect lean muscle while reducing body fat. Fizzy Cuts is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Fizzy Cuts can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For more info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Time for a refill of culture and coffee on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Mike Smith Live.
Did you know that the history of Kawasaki in Nebraska did not start in Lincoln? It actually started out west. Harry, did you know that?
No, I did not.
Gearing, Nebraska. We've got an expert, a legend, a friend of mine, and I'm going to tee up Jim really quickly. So I filmed a movie called Prairie Pirates. It was this like short film. My friend TJ fixes bikes, and I was like, I need this guy who's got like vintage bikes to be in this movie. And he's like, I can get you a guy. And he's like, he's got a great story. So I hit up Jim. Jim acted in a movie for me, and this film got third in a film festival where we got to show off Nebraska in the United States. It made it into a film festival in the UK, which I just got back from, which was really cool. And then it just got into another film festival in Portugal. And so this story about Jim, local legend, his face has been shown all over the world at this point.
Okay.
But Jim's got a really cool story on the history of Kawasaki and how it started in Nebraska. And Jim, we don't have forever, and I wish we had hours to tell this story, but give people the history lesson that they don't know.
Well, initially when
Kawasaki came to America, they landed in Gearing, Nebraska. And that happened from a friendship that developed in college between Alan Masick and a future exec with Kawasaki. And so they became very close friends. Alan actually became a executive vice president for Kawasaki, and they decided they wanted to come to America, but they didn't have any motorcycles. So they purchased a company called Maguru in Japan. And so they badged some of them up and brought them over as Magurus, but they knew they had to upgrade those. And so they did. And so when they come out with the Kawasaki name, Alan Masick bought the first 4 Kawasaki bikes that came to America. I have one of them.
Yeah.
1964 Maguru that they brought over here as a prototype because it wanted to feel the American market out for a larger bike. And this bike was 500 cc's at the time. That was a big bike in America. So they brought 2 of them over. They took a Maguru bike and put a Kawasaki seat and a speedometer on it, so somebody wouldn't know that what was going on. And so they sent them out all over to just let people use them. Well, they crashed one. This one come back into Gearing, Nebraska, and a friend of mine was their main mechanic. And so Kawasaki just wanted to crush it. And they go, well, we're not going to do that. This is too good a bike. So he took it home. I knew nothing about this till about 10 years ago. We had a big show out there. And so I finally talked him into bringing a bike to the show. And so when I helped him get his bikes back home, he goes, hey, he said, I got something in the garage here I ought to show you. And so then he shows me and I go, what is this? And so then we got into it and then I bought it, of course. And then the story kept expanding and we've just found out about this. The Masick family still has Masick Distributing in Scottsbluff, Nebraska. They're huge into golf carts. They sell Kawasaki side-by-sides, and they just recently took on the motorcycles again because way back when, Kawasaki had agreed with Masick's to let them be the only distributors of Kawasaki's in America. And they got to looking and they're thinking, we need to spread this out. So they split company on good terms. And so then Masick's expanded in. They're the largest Yamaha golf cart dealership, I think, in America.
Yep.
And so here about 4 years ago, they decided to get back into doing the motorcycles again. And then that's 3 or 4 years ago, connected up with Mike, and this stuff starts getting stirred around. So there's a story out there about all of this, and the original people that was involved with this and got it. Even Alan Masick, who is now I think 84, still alive and still excited about motorcycles. He lives in France now, and so he, just a great guy. He helped me out over the years, but I really didn't know the full story till the last 4 or 5 years when I picked up his involvement in our town out there. And the bad thing about it is not very many people out there know it.
Nope. And so that's why I wanted to have you just come in and give a moment to just share the story of Kawasaki starting in Gearing, Nebraska. And
that's incredible. There's a lot of people that would never guess that.
Absolutely not. And that's why I wanted to get Jim in here, was just there's a power about Nebraska sometimes where we don't always know how to tell our story. We don't always know how to put it on a global scale. And so being able to share Jim and the treasure that he is, and just the vintage collection that you collected bikes for, how many years?
Probably about 30. I sold 212.
Wow.
Yeah, just an incredible achievement.
I'm back up to 20. I just
had to start all over. And so wanted to just give Jim a moment. There's these stories in Nebraska that radio, and this is filmed and it's captured forever. And just to be able to put these sort of
archives of really cool Nebraska history and these Nebraska moments. And so you came all the way out from Scottsbluff to share a little bit of his story and talk about it. We're gonna maybe get to travel the world together here and talk more about making motorcycle movies and showing them around the country or the world. And so it's a lot of fun. But Nebraska is a home, and it attracts people. It's like this place that once you get a little bit of it, you don't want to stop. And so also brought in it's calling you a friend feels wrong, but family, Bonnie Blackman, all the way from New Jersey.
All the way.
Bonnie comments on every show. She's a part. You see her all the time. Like if
I was wondering, I got to put a face to Bonnie.
I'm the number one fan.
Number one fan.
Yeah, number one New Jersey fan.
If you know me and you know my world, you know Bonnie Blackman is very much a part of it. So Bonnie, you are a transplant. We've only got 4 minutes before we go, but I just wanted to tell people why you just recently bought a condo here in Nebraska. You're in the Haymarket. You get to look into the skate park. Tell people why you picked Nebraska and why you just love this place so much.
To be honest, before I met you, I could barely spell Nebraska. I certainly didn't know where it was, and I sure didn't know anybody in it. And so after always trying to bring you to New Jersey, you said, get on a plane, see Nebraska. And the first time I came, I looked like I was from New Jersey and New York, like an idiot. You could circle who didn't belong in Nebraska. The next time I came back, I started looking like a person who felt like I was in a place that made me feel like home. And all of my friends call it my happy place. It's really, truly so. I love Nebraskans, unless you play Penn State, which is where I went. And then I just like Nebraskans. But people are the most authentic, human, decent. They look at you. They're not impressed by what you are, but they see who you are. There's a smile that's legit, that you feel warm and welcomed all the time. The phrase Midwest nice kind of defines what it is here. And as soon as I got here, I said, this is my space. And whenever I come back, it's just a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And to be honest, I hope a lot of people don't rush here, because I think when you come here, you'll stay here. It's the way the place is. It's the way people make you feel. And so, I have as many things in red and black as I do in blue and white, which is shocking because I have a lot in Penn State blue and white. So, if you ask me about Nebraska, I'm just going to say all the good stuff. I love it here, and I love the people, and I'm glad they've accepted me as somebody who can come here and be like one of you guys. I don't want to be the circled person that shows up.
You're not. You're absolutely. You're a part of the Nebraska DNA and culture forever. And I wish we had hours to tell Jim and Bonnie's story. We've got one more quick shout out I want to make on the show tonight before we get out of here. Before I have Sarah talk, Dr. Hannah's in the studio. Get up on this mic real quick with me, Dr. Hannah. Dr. Hannah and I teach a class at the University of Nebraska. There's still an opportunity to sign up. We tell people about our course real quick.
So it's going to be on Friday the 24th. We're going to be teaching it at the Gong Multicultural Center that is attached to the City Union downtown. So we're teaching a class called Design Your Life. So we did a lot of stuff in entrepreneurship at Nebraska, and we are taking that design framework and offering a little class to help people create a little bit clearer path after they graduate college. So.
Nailed it. And it's First Friday. We've got a lot going on. Sarah, Gilded Gecko, tell everybody what you got cooking next month, First Fridays.
Yes, hello, Gilded Gecko here. Gilded Gecko runs Tower Square's First Friday. So May through October, you can catch us at 1300 P Street for First Friday at Tower Square. We'll have 32 vendor tents featuring artists, makers, bakers, and trendy treats.
Nebraska's got a lot going on. Everything from Gearing, Nebraska, all the way from the Jersey Shore, out here hanging out. We'll see you next month for another episode of Culture and Coffee. I'm Mike Smith. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket. Thanks so much.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Now's the time to lock in the best deal of the year on a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Sprayer Early Order Program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See and Spray. Target weeds with precision and cut herbicide use. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Don't forget, secure early order savings and get the sprayer that maximizes every pass. Visit your Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are very excited to announce our spring sales event happening now at Coppell. We have 0% financing or up to $13,000 off select GMC and Chevrolet inventory. You heard that right, 0%. Or $13,000 off select inventory. We'd love to see you at the store or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. Folks, this is really confident buying and confident driving. Stock number C127238 and G173977 with approved credit.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling